What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and over the past few years, so many people have had their eyes open to the fact that Hollywood despises them, that so many of these people in Hollywood truly are insane, and they hate the everyday normal person and what they stand for. And nothing has made that more clear than the recent meltdown over the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict, with so many people from Hollywood, all these woke actors and actresses deciding that they know what's best, even though they didn't pay 1 second of attention to the trial. They want to lock up an innocent person for the rest of their lives while praising disgusting human beings. But one person is trying to let us know it's not all actors. There are still some sane people that work in the entertainment industry. They may be few and far between, but they do exist. And that person today is Matthew Marsden. You can see Matthew Marsden here retweeting Reese Witherspoon. Not all actors are like this, I promise. And he had to use that tweet several times over the past few days as we saw Hollywood continue to melt down, literally implode upon themselves, all because someone with white skin was found not guilty of something that they definitively were not guilty of. And that was all it took for them to collectively lose their minds. And in this case, it's Reese Witherspoon who says this: "No one should be able to purchase a semi-automatic weapon." Did not happen. He did not purchase a semi-automatic weapon. Cross state lines. He was already in Wisconsin. The weapon also stayed there the entire time. And kill 2 people, wound another, and go free. In what world is this safe for any of us? Well, it seems in this case that if you're not someone who is trying to kill a person with said gun and you don't force them to use that weapon in self-defense, you'll probably be okay, Reese Witherspoon. I think you'll be just fine. And of course, Matthew Marsden says, not all actors are like this, I promise. And we're not done with Matthew Marsden calling out some of these lunatics with these nonsensical tweets. And I gotta remind everybody of something that he said in the midst of this starting, when this began, and when so many people from Josh Gad to Mia Farrow to everybody was having these meltdowns. You know, Matthew Marsden said something before he started talking about all these other actors and actresses. Look right here. This is someone who says, "I thought they would throw his arse behind bars for the rest of his life. This is so wrong. He killed innocent people." Matthew Marsden jumps on it. Anyone want to educate this guy? You mean the convicted child rapist that threatened to kill him and used the N-word over and over? Or the guy that pulled the gun on him? Or the dude that was hitting him over the head with a skateboard? Look into their criminal records. And Matthew's trying to do something noble and saying, listen, you just got to actually do some research. But you know that people like this that just listen to the mainstream media, they're not going to do their research. And he also says this: you don't get the result you want because it goes against your narrative. Anyone who watched this trial objectively will tell you that this is the correct outcome. Stop politicizing it. The mainstream media totally jumped the shark on this and will never be trusted again. And he continues to call people out. Mark Ruffalo, we made a video specifically about Mark Ruffalo. Not all actors are like this, I promise. That's about as simple as you can put it, but unfortunately, and I'm sure that Matthew Marsden probably is aware of this, a lot of them are. I do feel like there is a pretty significant number of people in Hollywood that just don't ever talk about politics and don't ever say anything, that are probably sane, that are probably normal individuals that just don't want to really make it public and don't want to get ostracized simply for being a normal human being. But it looks like Matthew, I love the fact that he's just out there calling these people out. It is fucking perfect. And this is when Mark Ruffalo says, "We come together to mourn the lives lost to the same racist system that devalues black lives and devalued the lives of Anthony and JoJo." Literally using some kind of pet name, JoJo, for a dude that did despicable things to children, to little boys. Holy shit. It doesn't get more out of touch than that. And as we can see, let's see what this ratio is now for Mark Ruffalo. God, 34,000 comments to 12,000 likes. Embarrassing. Awesome to see Matthew Marsden call him out. And then, of course, we have Pedro Pascal himself, who trended the other day, not for a great reason. Pedro and whatever the word you would use if you took the R out of his name were trending together, weren't they? Because of this tweet. Matthew Marsden, again, calling him out. Not all actors are like this, I promise. Pedro Pascal with his pronouns in his damn name. Joseph Rosenbaum, 36, and Anthony Huber, 27, murdered August 25th. Rest in peace. A lot of people were very quick to point out that, yes, this dude right here on the left, Joseph Rosenbaum, despicable things to children. 5 boys are probably now sleeping a lot more peacefully knowing that he's not on this earth. And Anthony Huber, domestic abuser. But even with all that said, they would have been fine if they hadn't tried to kill Mr. Rittenhouse. If that hadn't happened, it wouldn't have been a problem, would it? But they tried to kill him. That is obvious if you've listened to anything. And then the best tweet of all, maybe very simple. Anyone could play the Mandalorian. And he's not wrong. Anyone could play the Mandalorian. Now, once again, I'm going to say that I'm not calling for Pedro Pascal to get fired over that. What I am going to do is point out the hypocrisy that someone like Gina Carano got fired over her political opinion, and someone like Pedro Pascal can just say whatever stupid shit he wants on social media. That is the insane part. I don't want Gina Carano back in Star Wars because I like the fact that she's not with Disney anymore. I think that that's a great thing because that gives her the ultimate freedom to truly be herself, which does not happen if you work for Disney, unless you're someone like Pedro Pascal, because this is the type of thought that they want. This is the right type of thinking. According to Disney, according to Lucasfilm, according to Star Wars. They like when Pedro Pascal honors people like this. And I just love seeing someone like Matthew Marsden, someone who is in the industry, call people out like this. It's fucking phenomenal. Matthew Marsden has been in a lot of shit over the years, back to 20 years ago. He's in Black Hawk Down. He was in a Rambo movie. He was in a Resident Evil movie. He does have a Reacher, a TV series that's coming out, which I'm kind of interested in because I love the Jack Reacher novels, and I don't think that Tom Cruise films were a very good representation of the Jack Reacher novels. So if that show can be anything close to what the novels are, that could be really fucking interesting. And he's playing a role in that as well, so I'm interested in it. Matthew Marsden calling these people out. You love to see it. I got to give a big shout out to Drunk 3PO because I saw his video on this. He was the first person I saw talking about it before there were even any articles or anything out. So shout out to Jay, shout out Drunk 3PO. Good catch on this one, buddy. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. What do you think about someone in the industry, an actor, calling out his fellow actors and trying to let everybody know not all actors are like this, even if we can plainly see it's a good number of them and they have very, very influential voices. Let me know what you think about Matthew Marsden and everything in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.